Sage Northcutt has that front leg kick that he throws, and he is very unusual because he stands orthodox and throws his front leg side kick off his left leg, and it's a really good front leg side kick.
So you've seen his previous fights. Was he 7-0?
Yeah, 7-0.
So you saw the previous fights where he got in the UFC. I haven't seen anything besides.
I've seen a few of his fights.
Okay.
I've been watching him for a while. I've been hearing about him for a while too. But what he's got is an unusual. He's got a very high level of like karate and kickboxing and taekwondo, very high level of taekwondo skill, but then also ridiculous athleticism. Like he does front flips.
That's what I see out of him.
And
his athleticism is different than most.
Front flips and lands on the tips of his toes and like gently comes down to his heel. It's not like a clumsy bounce. It's like this effortless flip where he knows exactly where the ground is.
Yeah, I stalked his Instagram. I saw him doing some crazy shit, like carrying wheels and shit up sand hills. He's just a freak.
Look at this flip. I mean, it's like some moon landing shit. That looks fake.
He looks like a model too.
He looks like
what the fuck is going on?
Paige Van Zandt if she was a boy.
Those two need to procreate.
No, they don't. That would be like some Uber race. Look at how he does that. Doesn't even seem real. That literally looks like someone's got wires attached to his hip.
That is insane.
Like if you showed this to Eddie Bravo and put some chemtrails behind it, he would be absolutely convinced.
He's going off for an hour for Northcutt and Octopus right now. But dude, you know he's a student at Texas A&M.
Oh,
and he's talking about dropping out to do fighting full time.
He probably should.
Nah, no way. Whoa.
You're saying that because of pussy?
Yeah, Texas A&M.
No,
Johnny Manziel used to run that bitch.
He's fine.
Now it's you, Mr. Northcutt.
I don't think he needs any help. I think it's probably better if he takes breaks.
Nah.
Just a break every now and then.
You know, I think he's uber religious. So I don't think he even cares about that.
That's not good. That'll build up. Kid needs an outlet.
Yeah, those flips won't be happening like that after a while, man.
Well, a body like that needs to fuck.
You got to unload that dick.
Yeah, you got to unload that dick. That dick has to be exercised just like those quads.
100%. Don't sleep on that dick, Northcutt.
His wrestling's good too, though. I mean, he's not like the best in the world at anything, but altogether it's a nasty package.
He's good at everything, and his athleticism is going to carry him so far.
And he's only 19. I mean, like, he's going to be so much better in a month.
You know what's a little scary being 19 and being in the UFC already? Is you can be champion with it, but let's say he loses 3 in a row.
Well, that's not what's scary to me is that he is overmatched quickly. But
that's what I'm saying.
We don't know if that even can. Like, look at Michael McDonald. Michael McDonald, 19 years old, fought Miguel Torres. Dude, McDonald, before he lost to Uriah Faber and before he lost to Renan Barão, was a motherfucker. Right? Motherfucker. Isn't that a perfect? It's a perfect example. He can't do what this kid can do, like with flips and stuff. But Michael McDonald knocks motherfuckers into oblivion with his punches.
Where's Michael McDonald right now? When's the last time we heard from Michael McDonald?
He's been injured.
For how long? 2 years?
I think he got hurt pretty bad. I don't know what the injury was. I don't even know if
he was a motherfucker for a while.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the only thing that scares me is like if we reference boxing. So a 19-year-old's going to have how many amateur fights? Fucking 300?
A lot.
Before they get to turn pro, right? We're seeing Northcutt's amateur career right now.
Right.
With only 7 fights. What the fuck? 7 fights ain't shit.
Well,
so let's say he wins 3 and he's a star. Hey, my man. Or you win 2 more and you're a star. Hey, bro, there's nowhere to go. We have to toss you to these monsters. There's no build-ups for 3 years. Trust me.
Yeah, you would know. That's an interesting point.
That's what's tough about the sport. Like Paige, right? She's phenomenal. She looks great, speaks great. She has skills. Cool, man. Let's build this up. She can be your 115-pound champ. But she's won, what, 2 or 3 now? All right. Well, in that women's division so thin, we're going to have to throw you some motherfuckers.
Well, how about the motherfucker? She's ranked 7th. At the top of the list is a goddamn murderer.
Straight up murderer.
Joanna's a murderer. She's a murderer. I mean, she
be the best striker. Definitely top 5 best strikers in the UFC, I'd say.
She murks chicks. She murks them. She does some horrible shit to them.
Straight up.
Yeah. And so I think, like, when you look at her, all right, before she gets into MMA, she's a 6-time world Muay Thai champion. That's her amateur background.
Exactly.
What she had to learn was just take down defense, defend yourself on the ground, and figure out how to get back up to your feet. That's what Crow Cop had to learn in Pride.
Yep.
You know, and I think when you deal with someone like Gennady Golovkin, perfect example, he's had like a fuckload of amateur boxing fights.
Insane amount.
Insane amount.
He turned pro at like late 20s.
And then he goes in the pros, and these guys just can't fucking compete with him.
Because he's ready.
He's so ready. He's on
his time.
such another level. His technique is so sharp. And on top of that, he gets just this stupid punching power that everybody's terrified
Now,
of.
would we see Triple G, the superstar that he is now, if at 19 we said, all right, you got to go pro? Boom, get it.
That's a good question.
It's tough, right? But the thing is, it's no one's fault. That's the infancy of the UFC.
Right.
That's just where we're at. But
Yeah.
for someone like Paige and Northcutt, like with Northcutt, if I sat down, I'm like, dude, they offer you a top 10 guy. No, man, you're good. You're good. I'm telling you, bro. I called out fucking Brock Lesnar after I beat fucking Gabriel Gonzaga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, what? I wish someone had been like, yo, Schaub, chill, man. This isn't a fucking sprint here. We got to jog, my man.
The boxing system's like super established. You know,
That's what I'm saying. It's
been
no
around
one's
for
fault.
so long.
It's no one's fault.
But everybody knows how to do it. Like they know, like when a guy gets to a certain level, like Terrence Crawford or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you give the guy some tests along the way, but you realize early on, okay, you're dealing with a really talented guy. This is what we're going to do. We're going to slowly build him up with some tougher and tougher fighters, and we're going to see where he's at. And we're going to sit down. Like that's why trainers like Freddie Roach are so invaluable, because they sit down, they watch as these guys are fighting. They go, we got to get in with a guy who's a body puncher, and we need to see what happens. When he gets pressured, we're going to give him a test in this fight. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to build your fighter up. Whereas what happens in MMA, there's no like long-term structure, and there's no amateur structure that's like comparable to what boxing has. So it's really hard for people to get built up to the point where they come into the pro ranks with a very high degree of skill, unless they come from a different discipline.
Wrestling. That's
like
why. That's why I see wrestlers.
Damian Maya, who's fucking smashing people.
Ugh.
I mean, Damian Maya's jiu-jitsu is terrifying, but what was he? He was a multiple-time world jiu-jitsu champion. Jacare, same thing. Joanna, same thing. Murderer, Muay Thai champion, 6-time world champion. I mean, across the board, there's so many examples. Johnny Hendricks, elite wrestler.
Yes.
Tyron Woodley, elite wrestler. I mean, you can go down the list. Cain Velasquez, Daniel Cormier, elite wrestlers. Yeah.
Like you look at all the champs, Ronda Rousey, judo, Olympics.
Yep.
You look at all the champs, they have this extensive amateur background. And now you get these other guys who don't have that background. It's such a disadvantage, man. It's no one's fault.
Yeah.
No, I'm not pointing any fingers there at all. I'm just saying it's an issue in the sport where if it's tough, man, because I was talking with someone, I think with Kenny Floyd, and I'm like, man, I'd love to see Northcutt get like 8 fights in the UFC and just murk people and get comfortable. And we both agreed that that's not going to happen, because he wins 4 in a row. People are crying for a title shot, and a reason for this is because of these freaks, these 1%ers that everyone compares everyone to, and that's like a Ronda Rousey who just comes on the scene murking people, or John Jones. You're talking about most people aren't like that, man. Those are the LeBron James of our sport.
Yeah, most people in the sport at the championship level are not like John Jones.
That's what I'm saying.